West Ham United was formed in 1895. Over the course of the next 104 years to 1999, the club had just 5 managers. It subsequently had 8 since 2018. And sadly, West Ham aren't unique in the erosion of patience and the constant desire for immediate success and instant gratification. In the modern world, we're fueled by impatience and there's a constant need for speed. We microwave our food because 15 minutes apparently is far too long to wait for a meal. If we visit a fast food restaurant, you can feel the anger rising if the server fails to deliver your burger and fries in under 60 seconds. We shop online in the middle of the night because we can't wait until the weekend to get our impulse purchase. And we start questioning Amazon's capabilities if they can't deposit your purchases on your doorstep in under 24 hours. Politicians used to give rousing speeches. Now they offer up social media friendly 15-second sound bites. Not so long ago, we'd wait a full week for the next instalment of a TV drama. It was an appointment, a shared national event. Now, if Netflix doesn't release an entire season in one go so we can devour it over a single weekend, we feel put out. We consume our daily news in 140 characters, stripped of all context and nuance. And if an Instagram post doesn't grab our attention immediately, we've already scrolled on to something else. Of course, all of this flies in the face of the old adages. All good things come to he who waits, and Rome wasn't built in a day. We've actually lost the ability to wait. We want Rome built yesterday. Patience is for pussies. And sadly, our impatience plays out daily within the demolition and construction industry in general, and in the field of recruitment and staff retention in particular. We like to tell ourselves that our sector has a clearly defined career ladder, that we can take a young boy or a young girl straight out of school or college and nurture them, mould them, knock off their rough edges, and make them an integral and valuable part of the industry. We're kidding ourselves. Unless they're lucky enough to be working in their parents' business, they will be expected to bypass the first 2 or 3 rungs on that career ladder. They'll be expected to arrive fully formed, capable, and competent. Nurturing has been replaced by a baptism of fire. Young workers don't get to gain confidence in the shallows, they're thrown in at the deep end. Some drown and some will swim, but even those that survive will need to swim fast because time, tide, and impatience wait for no man or woman. Unless you're immediately up to speed with your colleagues who might have 10 times more experience than you, you're headed for the exit with your CV and your confidence dragging on behind. We all know that modern demolition and construction is a thankless race against the clock. But how can we ever hope to win that race when the youngest and potentially fastest and most dynamic amongst us are thrown on the industry scrap heap before they have a chance to show what they can really do? We were all green once. We were all a bit wet behind the ears, lacking in confidence, lacking in competence and experience. But we were granted time. Our employers demonstrated faith, not frustration. They looked for potential, not shortcomings. They saw young workers as future assets, not as disposable commodities. At a time when we don't have enough people to build our homes, our roads, our schools, and our hospitals, can we really afford to be so dismissive of a young worker who might be a bit green today, but who could well be a star of the future? We're trying to build an industry and a nation upon foresight. And yet, when it comes to nurturing and developing young people, our long sighted vision becomes myopic. The greatest victories are never instantaneous. The truth is, sometimes you have to wait years for a return on your investment. And the difference between success and failure is often just a stubborn refusal to hit the panic button. All of which brings us neatly back to the beginning. A few hundred words ago, I spoke about how West Ham now change managers with the same frequency that others change their underwear. So now allow me to offer you some context and some contrast. Sir Alex Ferguson was appointed manager of Manchester United in November 1986. He finally retired at the end of 2012-2013 season. He was in charge for 1,500 matches. And here is where the analogy gets really interesting. In 1990, with results going against him, Sir Alex Ferguson was on the brink of being fired. One of the key criticisms levelled at him at the time was that he would never win anything with a team full of inexperienced local boys. But Manchester United stuck by him. That manager, that team, and those young, inexperienced boys went on to win every single domestic, European, and club competition in which they could compete. Under Sir, under Sir Alex Ferguson, Manchester United won everything. In that same period, West Ham had 9 managers and won nothing. Maybe patience really is a virtue.